That should be it. Hello, everybody. So yes, we're here for our weekly Sunday stream. You'll notice things look a little bit different. Mostly because since this whole idea was supposed to be for a podcast of sorts, I figured, having only one person on a two-person podcast on video seems a little bit, I don't want to say illogical, but gratuitous, maybe? Yeah, I know. Not my problem, that happens more often, thank you.
The audacity.
But yes, so we're focusing on just being on mic because most of the people who would listen to our podcast when it's not live on Twitch would be doing so probably either through Spotify or through Anchor. And because Anchor is the delightful website who's putting it on Spotify in the first place. So, yeah.
But if you are watching us on Twitch, we are playing Donkey Kong 64 tonight. Well, I am. TDF is just watching the insanity. And that's okay.
That is okay.
Alright, we're gonna keep going this way.
You will be able to, do this, watch it. So you can watch or just listen to it on Spotify. So I suppose a good introduction is in order, I guess. So I know if anybody's watching, is probably doing it on Twitch. However, if you want to watch this episode or any other future episodes, you can do so on anchor.fm/thedreamingflame or on Twitch Live, like you will probably are now on twitch.tv/thedreamingflame, or you can check me out on Spotify, which you can just get to by searching The Dreaming Flame, by which you might stumble upon also my new music album, which is also recently released as of the 9th or the 4th. I want to say somewhere in that frame.
Early February.
Yeah, let's just say early February. Talk like, half the music labels are out there. First quarter 2023. But yes, it was released earlier this. What the hell?
Save the Nintendo coin.
What? That's hilarious. So wait, we gotta do this again?
To save the Nintendo coin, yes.
But it's the same thing. You just gotta do it without dying, right?
Yeah. It's also much harder.
Oh crap! Is this why it took so much longer the last time? But yes, so, if you search me out on Spotify, you will find my music as well. I just recently released an album. Good times. It is good times.
Good study music.
Honestly,
good sleeping music.
Good chill music if you just want to sit, chill. If you like game music.
Yep.
If you want to just like... If you like any kind of Final Fantasy music like I do, which is why I did it in the first place, it is a love letter of sorts to Final Fantasy VII and the related compilation. Oh, that's tight. Oof. And it's really cool. So if you're partial to any of that, give it a listen.
I'm trying to do this part.
Yeah, this is usually the stopgap for this play. Let's see.
Oh, I got the first F-bomb of the night.
Anything else that I need to comb over before we can just get to talking? There it is.
Talk about yourself.
Yeah, I don't really... I mean, I introduced myself on my actual formal first episode that I did by myself, and I didn't really like talking to myself and do that enough on my streams.
Fire up.
But yes, in case this is your first introduction to me, and let's say you just into check out my podcasts, which I don't know why, check out all my other stuff too, please. But yes, in case this is your first time to anything I've made, my name is, well, I'm not going to expose my name on here, but I suppose it doesn't hurt. My name's Ken, otherwise going by the Dreaming Flame. My partner next to me here is Starberry, and...
Also, Jen, yes, our names rhyme, yes,
yeah,
know.
It was entirely by design, I promise you.
I changed my name purposely.
Yeah, we are those people. And if you're taking that seriously, then you do not know us well at all. That being said, we've been doing this for a short while. And I felt that doing podcasts was a good way to kind of cut down on having to write opinion pieces on my blog.
But boy, does he have opinions.
Oh boy, we both do. You say that as if you don't have some strong ones on your own.
Yeah, but I know when to bite my tongue. Ah!
Not saying things and biting your tongue are sometimes two very different things, I find. But anyways, so yes, that is it, and this is legitimately like there's usually not like a certain subject that we attach to.
We gonna talk about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, that was a trap.
That was bad news bears. It's a trap.
It's definitely a trap. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Usually it's like some mix of hockey, video games, tech, music, movies,
references to our kid,
possibly TV stuff. We don't really touch on TV all that much.
I guess I should introduce myself because I haven't really done that.
I mean, you can if you'd like.
So like TDF said, I'm Starberry. I've been Starberry for a long time. It's my online handle for more than half my life at this point, which is bonkers. I'm a Nintendo nerd. I'm a diehard Strong My Beliefs fan. Like, I bleed blue. And, he makes fun of me for it. What else about me?
Not
that kid during a pandemic? You know, that was fun. Let's
just get that out there.
Let's never do that again.
I don't think we can plan a pandemic on, so...
Listen, I'm, like, hella nerdy. I knit, I do 5-pin bowling, I listen to murder podcasts at work that stops me from killing my coworkers, supposedly, or teaching me how best to hide their bodies. Undecided. Oh, Scheiße. Scheiße!
Oh.
What is happening?
Flame making a dong.
Move, you fire fuck!
I like how the thing's coming at you and Mario just jumps straight up as a strat. Like,
What just happened?
You just narrowly made it out of there alive.
I'm a Pokemon nerd, so,
I think it's just like a general Nintendo.
I am a general Nintendo nerd. Paper Mario is my favorite Nintendo gaming series, and after we finish Donkey Kong, we'll be going to... Jesus, this fire effort. To...
1,000 Year Door?
1,000 Year Door,
yep.
which is easily one of the best entries in the series.
And I have not played it, so... Or no, sorry, I've played it, but I've not completed it.
You've watched me play it.
Well, I've dabbled a little bit. I had a GameCube myself for a short time. But that short time was basically enough for me to play Ocarina of Time Master Quest, which I'm pretty sure is a GameCube exclusive.
Shit.
Or no, Master Quest. Oh, gotcha, bitch.
Fucking rude.
And then what was the other games that I actually owned for a GameCube? There wasn't many, so I didn't have my GameCube for long. But yeah, so that's the entry for GameCube, and I did rent it for a short time. How did you get points for that? You didn't even leap over it. What the hell? Also, I should make a side note. Part of why this is being attempted the way it is to prove that Game Grumps isn't anything special. This means absolutely nothing to Starberry, but I can tell you right now that there are several people who are, and if you don't like that, come at me. I don't even care.
What are you talking about?
So, Game Grumps is was like the pioneers of like the Let's Play scene or something like that. And
you can't see me pumping my fist, but I totally was.
Basically, they're just really popular because they were some of the first to basically get super popular on YouTube. And some of the members of the people who do that are really kind of insufferable, in my opinion.
Yikes!
So... And when a guy like me calls somebody else insufferable, you know that means something.
Oh, fucking hell.
I like that stance that he has when he just comes off a ladder. He looks so confident. Oh, yeah, you can't smash it with a hammer when it's roasting your balls.
Welcome to our podcast.
Enjoy.
So what is our first topic today?
So I think because we didn't really get to, well, we got to talk about it last time, but we were having mic issues, so we didn't really get to broadcasting it, but it's still a topic because it's not coming up for another couple of weeks.
You can talk about trade bait?
We're going to talk about Trade Deadline.
Friday?
So,
oh my god, because I was so wrong.
Between last week and this week, some big trades went through. So, Vladimir Tarasenko, I think?
Yes, Tarasenko.
Vladimir Tarasenko went from the Blues to the Rangers. Usually those kinds of trades go off a little bit closer to the deadline, but this one...
We're about 2 weeks out right now.
And then there was another one that happened before. Bo Horvat went from the Canucks.
We knew about that last week.
Okay, did we?
Yes.
Okay, so
Both of those happened last
Horvat
week,
went. It was the re-signing that happened through this week. That's what happened.
And you were
went
asking
to the New
me
York
who
Islanders.
I thought was going to be next, and I was like, Jacob Chikrin. Everyone's talking about him. Oh, death.
Ooh, fall damage.
That's rare.
Yeah.
Boy,
everybody thought
wrong.
Jacob Chikrin was going to be the one because
nobody saw
this trade. What was the term that they coined on Sportsnet?
Trade-related reasons.
Yeah, TRR. So stupid, but I mean, everybody thought because the way that it usually goes, you set a guy for absolutely no reason closing in on the trade deadline. It's because he's about to be traded. Well, Jacob Chikrin was sat like beginning of this week in a game or something like that, and everybody thought
last Saturday, which is why we talked about it last Sunday.
And everybody thought that was it. He was going to get traded.
Because usually when you're sitting a guy for trade reasons, trade is imminent. So when, Monday comes around and this guy is still a coyote, we're like, what has happened. But I guess we'll segue now into
the one that actually ended up happening that nobody saw happening.
So, story time. I went out with some friends Friday night to, just have a little social time in gaming, and Ken stayed home because we have a kid, and not a lot of people to watch her, so, someone gets to stay home.
And that someone's me.
Yes. So I go out with my friends. We have a great time. I bring home some McDonald's because I get home at midnight, and that sounds really good. And we're sitting in bed naked because that's how we do. And
I like the feel of blankets.
Eating McDonald's, and Ken gets or TDF gets a notification on his phone. From the
NHL app, so
it's
like
real.
legit.
It's real. It's legit. It's not a fake Twitter account that freaking got him 2 days ago.
What? What was the trade? Was it a chicken trade or? That was from a fake one. Yes, Carlson. That's it.
And it says that Ryan O'Reilly, captain of the St. Louis Blues, has been traded along with another player, Noel Akari, to the Toronto Maple Leafs in a 3-way deal between Minnesota, St. Louis, and Toronto. And essentially, Toronto gave up 2 prospects. One of them, a notable name that, made a splash in the preseason, and a lot of picks. A lot of picks. But Toronto doesn't need picks. They don't need players. They want the cup. So, no one saw this coming. No one knew Riley had any interest in Toronto, and apparently it turns out not only did he have an interest, but he specifically told his agent when he found out that St. Louis was willing to sell everybody at trade deadline. He said, I want to go to Toronto. Apparently he has family here, might have grown up here. Haven't really looked into his stats yet, but captain. He was captain of the team in 2018? 18? When did they win it?
I have no idea.
Well, they won the Stanley Cup a few years ago. I think it was 2018.
The last year that we bowled.
2019. So, yeah. Wow. Discuss.
Yeah, so it was, I think, and we actually mentioned this tonight, that this seems to happen a lot with blockbuster trades that happens in Toronto, is that these guys, like, say, John Tavares as a great example.
Another person who very much said, I want to go to Toronto.
It's a hometown boy. And
John Tavares very famously... Son of a bitch.
Oh, jumped right into it.
There is a photo that they like to show frequently when talking about John Tavares and his love for Toronto in his childhood, is that he is born and raised in the GTA, and there's a photo of him in his childhood bed with Toronto Maple Leafs pillowcase and blanket and a Leafs banner behind his bed. Like, people who grow up in the GTA, you're all in if you're a hockey fan.
Right.
And that's like, yes, a lot of people make fun of me for how diehard I am, but I grew up in the GTA, and it's just, it's a way of life there for hockey fans. It is what it is.
You're either like diehard Leafs fan, or you're diehard anti-Leafs fan if you're a hockey fan at all.
No, it's in Toronto. You're either a diehard Leafs fan or you don't really care about hockey. Like,
I've seen some people who legit will like any other team just because they aren't Toronto.
Sometimes, but
regardless, we're getting away from the point here. There's a lot of guys who are taking hits on trades or contracts because it's Toronto, because they want to be in Toronto, and it's not even always a matter like Star was saying earlier, where it's not even a case of like, I want to play for a competitive team like you see in these situations sometimes. Sometimes it's just a matter of, like, I have, like in the case of Ryan O'Reilly, he has family in Toronto or in the area, And he wanted to be closer to family. He wanted his family to be closer to family.
But let's also not discount the fact that Toronto is a very competitive team right now. Toronto has been a competitive team for years. Theoretically, it's not if Toronto wins a cup, it's when they win the cup. And they're literally just trying to piece out the right components to make this team cup ready. The problem is that they're in a division that has also a lot of teams that are cup ready and trying to win a cup or another cup. So it's a very tough hockey market.
Well, I mean, you end up with guys like Phil Kessel who end up in town and they practically get chased out of town because it's a tough market.
But Phil Kessel, as an example, was traded to the Pittsburgh Penguins.
And look what he ended up doing there.
Who were cup ready, and lo and behold, Kessel now has 2 rings.
Yep. Yeah, he does.
So Phil Kessel basically just said, "Suck it, Toronto."
Yeah. Well, fuck this shit, I'm out. Because he was getting sick of hot dog jokes.
There were so many hot dog jokes.
Like, yeah, we get it. He's chunky. Like, okay, so let me just step on my soapbox for a half a second.
Phil Kessel
You're
right
damn
now?
right, just for half a second, because he is a
shit. Yeah.
So
I just drowned Donkey Kong.
Drowned? Man, there's a severe lack of water for any drowning.
It looks like water.
Those are steel beams.
Whatever. I roasted Donkey Kong, and now I'm gonna go back to playing him. So.
Who ends up being Grandpa Kong, or whatever his name is.
Cranky Kong?
Cranky Kong, yes. Cranky Kong is canonically
is
supposed to be the original Donkey Kong, and the Kong you're playing now is not the one you play, or that you play against in those games.
I'm aware. Alright, okay.
But yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna go off for a half a second. Phil Kessel is a quality player. Probably not as good as some people expected him to be.
Ask Arizona about that.
But he's a quality player.
Ask Arizona about that.
He was quality there too.
He was alright.
He was more than alright. He was like their top player, aside from when they had Darcy Kemper for quite some time. The problem is that it's just because he was a Leafs player for so long, that it's just easier to make fun of him than fucking, I don't know, make sense half the time. And it was just, oh my god, he's chunky, and he made a comment in an interview about eating hot dogs or some shit.
Did you just say that because I'm playing with Chunky right now?
No, legitimately, I said it once before too. But it's like,
he's a chunky
monkey. Like, the joke was made. He's a little bit fat. Oh my god, drop it already. It's been like 10, 15 fucking years. Come up with something new. It's like the jokes about people going on about Leafs and first round exits. Like, the joke has been made. It's done. It's tired. It's dead on the ground.
And yet,
nobody
here we
cares.
are, continuing to make this joke.
Oh my god. Like, it was funny when it wasn't, like, said 30 million times every fucking day. This used to be a thing when people used to call the Red Wings the Dead Wings. So I already have, like,
a chip on your shoulder?
Chip on my shoulder about stupid, like, hockey chirps. Like, if you're gonna say something dumb, be inventive about it. Like, just come up with something on your own. Like, you know, use those 2 brain cells you got up in your skull and rub them together for about 5 minutes.
We cannot.
I cannot stand it. So, yes, trade deadline is coming up.
About 2 weeks.
We talked about the possibility of a Tyler Bertuzzi thing going on. Reports coming from Elliot Friedman saying that he is off the trade block. However, there's still a lot of unofficial, just pundit talk saying that the Wings would be stupid to not get rid of him, which makes some people wonder, is it a matter of Stevie's just not getting value offers on him, and that's why he's off the block, as opposed to the notion that the Wings need him?
I don't think the Wings need him, and
I
said
don't
that
think
last
so
week.
either.
And I mean, yeah, He just got 200 career points yesterday. So
was it on an assist or a goal?
On an assist. So
Okay.
I guess congratulations, Tyler Bertuzzi. But I don't like him. I never liked him, but that's not entirely coloring this opinion. I just think he no longer fits in the dynamic the Red Wings are trying to cultivate for their team.
Well, he's one of the very few remaining Ken Holland contracts. And that right there paints almost like 75% of my opinion of him. Because Ken Holland has this thing where he just went out and just, like, bought up everybody that was worth anything, like gangbusters. And Tyler Bertuzzi, I would feel better if he was, like, I don't know, like half of his AAV right now. And I know that sounds like probably like really cruel or something, but it's like, give me the numbers, give me the effort, day in, day out, then we'll talk. But Ken Holland's not that. He never has been. Look, I mean, if you look at some of the deals that he's done in Edmonton right now, and you can see what I'm talking about. But I don't know, man. I just
I don't think I'm gonna win this.
I've never been of the mind that guys, just because they show passion or they've got some love for the game, that automatically entitles them to a huge contract. I don't think that's the case, and that's part of it. But because I got on a soapbox a whole lot when he started talking about not getting the COVID vaccine and the trouble that cost the Detroit Red Wings, that suddenly that's the entire reason I have any problems with him whatsoever. And yeah, that's totally not the case. But if you want to have that issue, come at me. I will be more than happy to discuss that level-headedly for a time.
That time is 5 seconds.
Yeah, you get exactly three sentences.
You get 1 sentence. You told me.
Oh no, that's like a max. You get that, and that depends on how you come at me. You come at me with a sharp tongue, that's it. All everything's out the window. So Tyler Bertuzzi likely not getting any action. I think it's because Stevie's not getting offers. I think Stevie might just run his contract out and let him get signed
What's he
somewhere.
got left?
Not sure. I'll look that up in a sec. Let's see. What is Tyler Bertuzzi's cap friendly say about that? I can feel alright pulling my phone out like this. Tyler Bertuzzi. Wow, it's the first thing that comes up when I put in Tyler. Cap friendly, yes. Let's see what your contract says. I can't really tell.
What do you mean you can't really tell?
So standard contract extension. His last extension was 2 years. That was signed in 2018, 2019. And then he got a 1-year contract in 2020, 2021. But 21-22 is already passed, right? We're in 22-23, correct? So that would imply to me that there should be an additional contract, right?
You would think.
Yeah, hence, I'm very clear.
Hence the confusion.
Yes. So, can we find out... So, right now, I'm just going to presume he got another year. No, sorry. He is on a 2... Because I was looking in the wrong section. He is on a 2-year contract right now with a current AAV of $4.75 million. That's ridiculous.
Gross.
Steve Eisman actually signed that.
Trust in the Eisman
That
plan.
doesn't feel good, but that means he's up on a UFA at the end of this year. So like I said, he might just be riding it out.
I don't understand why you wouldn't try to trade him for something right now when you could actually get something in return.
Who would want him though? Like, legitimately.
You know what I think it is? Nobody wants to give anything for him and are maybe waiting to see what they can do in the offseason when he's a UFA.
Yeah. I mean, if you can sign him for less, why the hell not?
Yep.
Just, put some money out. Maybe use them to fill up some cap space if you need to. If you need to pad out your cap. Get a team like the Blues or something like that is going to have a lot of cap space coming forward. Again, the issue that I have with whether or not he's going to get traded or signed or what have you is because, and I've said this probably 500,000 times on my Twitter account, the guy's a glass cannon. The guy is inconsistent.
Glass cannon, is that the term you're
No,
looking
glass cannon. So the idea of a glass cannon is it shoots hard but breaks half the fucking time.
Okay.
So you don't ever want to shoot off a glass cannon because you're afraid it's going to break. I mean, I know that's not the exact probable explanation for it, but that's the idea, the general gist of the expression.
I get you.
So the explanation for that, at least as far as this situation is concerned, is when he doesn't always decide to show up, but when he does well. But the problem with that is when he does, there's also a high probability that he's going to hurt himself. And I don't like that. Nobody does. And then there was the idea that, and again, this is where I'm going to talk about the thing. I did air quotes and I'm not even on camera, damn it. But I'm going to talk about the thing, but it came out when he actually talked about his personal health decisions and what have you. I did the air quotes again. I really got to stop that. Nobody's really making the caring decision about what his stance is on vaccinations and any other semi-political discussions, what have you. It's what that implies for an important situation in a locker room, in a schedule, things like that. Is his personal, ethical decisions, are they going to continue to get in the way? Is he going to make an additional decision at an important time where it hinders the team? Is it gonna be a problem going forward? And people don't know because people don't know what kind of situations come up. Maybe nothing will ever come up. You don't know. And then when you throw that into the fact that he's injury prone, he's inconsistent, and it's one of those things where it's like, who wants to take a risk on that? I can't think of many teams that would want to. Mm-hmm. Not in the NHL anyways, maybe in the AHL, but I don't think Bertuzzi's going to take a entry-level contract to help a team just at random, get cap space to go down to the AHL.
I don't see him playing in a minor in any situation.
No, I don't. I don't either. Unless he does it for the Wings, and it's a matter of, I'm doing the team a favor, which, again, it doesn't strike me as something that I would think he would do. But that's my personal opinion. Any other targets? There's still people who everybody's going to talk about as a big deal as far as trade bait is concerned.
Timo Meyer, Erik Karlsson. Who else?
Quite a few.
Patrick Kane.
Patrick Kane, hat trick in tonight's game. Patrick Kane.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's quite a few. Dylan Larkin is amongst trade targets right now.
Only because Larkin also is a UFA at the end of the season.
But also because he's not signing with the Wings as of this recording. We have no idea if he intends to, and everybody's played things really relatively tight to the chest.
If you had asked me a couple years ago, I would have said there's no way in hell Dylan Larkin stays with the Wings. But some of the prospects you've picked up now,
well,
I think you might want to stick around to see how it goes.
The thing with Larkin is that he's... You always get the sense that he's a hometown boy. I don't think he's from around the Detroit area necessarily, but I'm pretty sure he played junior hockey and grew up in Michigan. I think. I want to say that's the case.
We have the internet, we can.
Yeah, I don't care that much. But I've seen...
This is not an entirely factual podcast.
Yeah. I'm not Elliot Friedman. Don't, so take what I say with a grain of salt.
Much love and respect.
Oh, yeah,
for
100%.
Elliot Friedman.
This is why I use that as a comparison. He is the guy. If you want facts, you watch the what is it, 32 Thoughts? With him and Jeff Merrick. Those are the guys. You want to listen to somebody, Bob McKenzie, and those two. Period. End of story. Everybody else, Garbaggio. Bob McKenzie's too busy making margaritas right now, but,
And doing shit in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He owns them, doesn't he?
He is something with them.
Anyways, so, yeah. So, those are the guys. I'm just a schmuck with an opinion. That's basically what it boils down to.
I'm not a schmuck, and I'm alright.
But, yeah, that said... It's
Oh, banana.
Oh, banana. It's just I don't know, man. There's a lot of people talking, but that's just it. Nobody really knows. There's no real ideas. Erik Karlsson has apparently been fielding offers. That is about the most we've heard officially. Timo Meier is probably the hottest.
I don't understand how Timo Meier is hotter than Erik Karlsson, but
age.
That's fair.
He will expire as a player before Timo Meier does.
Erik Karlsson, the age he is right now, the work he's doing.
Yep. But the thing is how long is it going to be before he plateaus and just fucking tanks?
It's true. It's possible.
But you can say that about Timo Meier. The thing is it's more likely with Karlsson than it is with Timo Meier. Both coming from the same team, in fact, actually.
The San Jose Sharks?
Yes. I'm pretty sure, anyways.
Yes.
So it's actually would be kind of interesting to see if they're part of the same deal. That would be cool. That would be like if trade deadline opened and Timo Meier and Karlsson were on the same trade. Woo! I'd be ready to see that nonsense, to see who gets to be on the other side of that trade deal. Oh man, that's exciting to think about. Of course, I know it most likely will never go down that way, but that would be cool if it did. Are you trying to hit just the bananas?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, because those are the golden bananas, right? Or whatever the giant ones are called. Cool.
Cool beans. Beans are
so
cool.
Yeah, I'm toying with the idea, and you didn't hear it from me. You didn't hear it from anybody except for I'm the only one who's gonna say it. I'm toying with the idea of doing a reacts to the trade deadline type thing on here. I'm trying to see if doing it as a recording and putting it on YouTube will get me in shit. Or if I could just do a multicast and nobody will care because I'm a guy who has a max of like 10 viewers on a good night. So, we'll see. I would just like to be able to sit here and do it. That would be kind of cool. But
I will be at work, so...
Yeah. I mean, that might be the one way you'd get to see it. Unofficially. But yeah, so that might be a thing. What was some of the other stuff? So some of the other subjects we talked about are really kind of expired now or past, like, their relevance, so I don't want to like dig it up too much. Honestly, one of them is really one of those that is like, is it really worth digging up? And the answer, generally speaking, is no.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. From a thing up, flip it and reverse it. Oh, and then I got smoked by a domino. So
That is a weird ass looking domino.
these are the things that have happened.
Yes. Let's see. Let's take a look at Twitter.
Oh,
These will
God.
give me the answers I need.
Let you know that Toronto lost 5-3.
5-3. Okay, so one was an empty netter,
Probably,
obviously.
Yeah.
That sucks, but I mean, Leafs put it in as good as they could have. I bet you it was that guy, their goaltender probably saved the game for them. Whoever this guy is, guy on his 5th NHL start, period, and still manages an above 900 save percentage. Or no, sorry. Yeah, save percentage. And then, like, I think it was like a 2.4 goals against average. Like, doing some serious work for being a guy who's only start 5 times. Probably a 3rd string goalie on the Chicago Blackhawks. Like, that's something else.
Those are the kind of stories you like to see in hockey.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I hate when it happens to my team, but
You'd like to see, like, it's a good thing that it's
guys
happening.
getting opportunities and succeeding.
Yeah, you'd love to. It's just wholesome type, like, stuff.
It is wholesome.
Let's see, what is this? That's fucking advertisements. Blech. Yeah, like most of this I don't really want to talk about, honestly. What's going on with Jack Campbell? Or is that Jack Campbell?
He made a really good save against Nate McKinnon in like the 9 seconds of the game.
Oof. First relevant tweet said, did Holland and his pro scouts bother to do any background work on Campbell other than he's available? This guy going hard on Jack Campbell, unfortunately. Oh, banana. Let's see.
Jesus.
And then a bunch of other stuff about Bruce Campbell, who, good dude, just not really invested. Do not care about Post Malone.
Oh. Jimmy Carter's still trending.
Probably, yeah. The number 8. Just your usual fare for Twitter, I guess. You know, crap. I find it funny the top Canadian trend is an NBA thing. No idea who this dude is.
Who is it?
They don't ask me to pronounce this. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm probably butchering that, so
Would you go?
Jonas, if you hear this by some miracle, I'm sorry. This guy.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's on the Bucks.
What's that? Yeah. I don't even know what city that's they play in.
Milwaukee?
Just terrible. Yeah, probably. I don't know. Let's see. Speaking of Jeff Merrick, let's see if he's saying anything. Just Jonathan Taves announcement. Apparently, he's still suffering symptoms from when he had COVID, so he's stepping away from hockey for a time. Toronto trade, we already talked about that. I'd love to ask this question, but I don't think we have any real thoughts on anything but the NHL All-Star experience as opposed to any other sports.
Not really.
Like, I know a little bit about NBA All-Star, but most of those thoughts are, I don't like it and it sucks. But I also don't really care for basketball.
Very much hockey fans, occasional F1 fans. That's about it for sports.
I think there's a lot of me that wants to be more into F1, but there's a lot that keeps me from being hardcore about it.
Lewis Hamilton.
It's not even just that. It's like a lot of the pomp that happens in F1. A lot of people puffing out their chests, the stewards and the rules, and how they're constantly changing and contradicting one another. And it's just, it's bless you, cat. It's a lot to, it's not even just a lot to take. It's just, for I don't even want to call it a league, because that doesn't seem like a proper term. But for an organization like F1 that cares so much about its image, you think it would do stuff to make it look better more often. And it doesn't at all. In the last 2-3 years, it has done some absolutely asinine things. Last season there was a spot where, I can't remember what race it was. I want to say Saudi Arabia, where it was either as they were landing or as the race was finishing, there was missile strikes happening within miles.
Because they were racing during it.
Okay, yeah. So they were racing during. There was missile strikes going on miles from the track itself, and there's people in the pit crews tweeting on Twitter, going, "This is happening. I'm really spooked right now. What's going on?"
I'm really spooked.
And F1's just yeah, whatever. Continue racing, guys. We don't care. Fucking money.
I had a fright.
And I just, when I look at that, I'm just going, there are people paying way more than this sport is worth to watch it. And these guys are just throwing these people's, lives away, essentially. I mean, I know it's really dramatic, but that's what it feels like. And I really have a hard time, buying into it, 100%. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I know there's a lot of people who are really super hardcore about F1 and understand. Usually when Ferrari's doing a lot better, I know Star's really into it, but Ferrari has not been doing so hot lately. Though they're looking better than they have been in recent years, I guess.
Yes, they are looking better.
I think the new car regs kind of helped with that last year.
Mm-hmm.
So that shook things up for a few teams. But then, you know, guys like Yuki Tsunoda are still allowed to race, and everybody's going, why? Why? He crashes damn near every race. He has more, what is it called, the points where you get for being penalized.
Oh, it's just points on his license.
Okay, so he's got more points in the last, like, I think 2 or 3 seasons than any other racer combined on the grid. And it's like, you get to that point and you think, well, okay, he's so far away from just having his super license. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Your super license revoked. He's literally steps away from it. And it's like, can you just do it one more time, please? I don't want anybody to get hurt. Just, like, go into the wall or something during practice. Like, why are you even here? There are people who are like third string drivers for teams who would like to have an opportunity at this. And then there's guys like, oh god, I can't remember what team he races for. I think it's Williams, the Guan Yu dude, who, super cool dude, really like him. He's a sharp driver, drives for like a middling team, probably like top 10. Almost every race.
Yeah, definitely mid-range.
So yeah, I think he managed to get between, I would say, like 8th or 9th and 15th almost every race, and last year was his rookie year. He was also involved in one of the biggest crashes of last year as well. Thank goodness for the halo, or he would have ended up in a bad way. I remember that when that happened. Whoa. That was something else.
I go for the birthday.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I know this is like Simon Says essentially, but it's very clearly a piano, so there's like
it's
a
more
tune.
like Simon the Game.
Well, yeah, but Simon the Game is based on Simon Says. Oh, banana. Let's see. We haven't really watched anything movies or TV wise lately that's a big deal.
You talk about Seth getting smucked on the OC.
Oh, good God. So funny thing. So we've been watching the OC lately.
It's like the McDonald's of just TV watching, because February is historically a very stressful time for me at work. So when I come home, I don't really want to think, and I kind of just want to chill. So, the other half is that our daughter Aurora has been using Netflix during dinner for the shows she watches, and we're not paying extra so everyone can watch Netflix at the same time. We're not those people.
Yeah, no.
So,
especially considering we found out yesterday that new subscribers are getting a much bigger rate change than we've ever gotten.
yeah, so we don't really want to mess with our
Yeah.
Netflix lest we get charged more.
Yeah.
But we do have Amazon Prime. So we've been watching the OC on Prime because it's a show I've watched a few times, and I kind of like it.
You've got it on DVD, don't you?
I do. I have the entire series on DVD.
So, kind of a big fan here.
Pretty much.
But we were watching it for a while, and oh my god, if there's a show, like, I will criticize a lot based on tropes and stuff like that, because I was not a big fan when it came out, not even close. But in actually watching it, I can say this verifiably, that show drags. And just drags. It's not like because it's slow pacing, it's just like you're sitting there, and we're sitting here, and I'm thinking, oh, we watched like 2-3 episodes, right? No, it's just one. It was just one. I remember that one time where I was like, oh, so this is like, what, season 2 or 3, something like that? You were like, no, this is the last episode of the first season. Like, oh. And it's just, it feels so much longer than it really is, at least in my opinion. But regardless, so what was I going to say? So there's this episode, I think it's the second season, right?
Yeah, we're in the second season right now.
So, second season, there's this episode where this character named Zach, who I'm pretty sure is probably just like, he's a shoo-in for like a short time, will come back again once he's gone. I mean, am I right?
Yeah.
So he's just kind of a shoo-in for a little bit, and he basically faces off against one of the main characters, Seth, because Seth is kind of a dumbass when it comes to the ladies, and that's like pretty much his entire shtick at this point. And Zach, being the white knight that he is, starts sticking up for the woman they're both entangled with.
Damn it.
And he's just, no context, drives up in front of the woman, and Seth just abruptly stops his car, pops his door, walks up to Seth. Seth's like, oh, well, you're here, how about that? And cracks him right in the face. And it's like, not even a fight, just lays him out. And not only is this the most satisfying, because he's just basically having all his, like, dumbass shit just thrown in his face in the form of a freaking fist to the temple, and just lays him out. So it's satisfying on that. But for the first time in the entire show, for some reason, when a guy gets laid out to the floor, he dubbed his... they dubbed over the noise he makes when he hits the ground. It's the first time in the entire show that this had ever happened. And it wasn't like believable either. It's like he hits the ground and he goes, oh. It's like, what? Who does that? Like, who actually does that?
He laughed this hard when it happened.
Oh, harder. Probably harder.
You should have seen the excitement on his face when I told him that this was about to happen, and he's like, you're joking. I'm like, no. He's like, yes.
Oh my God.
We watched it like 5 times.
I legit tried to find it on YouTube so I could clip it and put it on my Discord. The one video of it was much larger than I wanted it to be, and it wouldn't let me clip it. So I'm like, well, fuck this. I'm going to download the video, put it on my computer, clip it myself, because you can't tell me nothing when I get like this about it.
Y'all remember how he said he felt about the show, right?
Yeah. And I cropped it myself and then re-uploaded it to YouTube so I can put it on my Discord. Fuck everybody, I do what I want. That's how I roll. And
that's how we do.
And
welcome to the OC, bitch.
So yeah, it's, oh my God, like probably one of the more satisfying. Like, I was ready to just be happy that Seth got decked. Mm-hmm. And then, oh, what the fuck, man? Who thought that was a good idea? Like, the guy's going through editing. The editor's just sitting there going, you know what this shit needs? A mild whimper.
Maybe at the time he didn't react the way that they wanted, or he laughed instead.
I would much rather silence. Like, who thought, oh, it was a good idea. Oh, I can't even do that. Now I'm imitating it because of natural reaction to, oh my God. Oh, see, now I want to watch it. And I put that, and see, here's, to add even to how impactful this scene was, I actually didn't re-upload it on my TDF YouTube. I uploaded it on my personal account, so it's easier for me to find. If I'm on a computer device that isn't linked to any of my accounts, it'll be easier for me to find on there. And oh my God, I'm so wrapped up in this, I didn't even realize we're at 5 viewers now. Hi, everybody.
Hello. Say hi. We don't bite.
unless it is asked and or paid for. In which case, I don't know why you're doing this. This is the internet.
If you're here to watch
we
the
can do
game,
this.
please comment. Tell me, what you think about this game. It's such a classic. I love it.
It is so good. Well, I mean, in respect to the fact that if you're expecting a Banjo-Kazooie experience, then you are getting exactly what you came for. If you're expecting Donkey Kong Country, yeah, not so much.
How am I gonna shoot this balloon first?
Oh, there it is. Oh my god, I forgot all about that shit. Now I'm like, I once this stream is done, I'm gonna have to watch it like about 3 or 4 more times. Yeah.
And he's gonna just be in bed.
Rolling. Absolutely rolling.
And I'm gonna have to tell him to shut the fuck up because the kid's asleep.
I don't think I'll get that.
Share a wall, so.
Yeah. Yeah. And our walls are weird. Some are just normal drywall, some are cement. The ones that face the other units anyways.
You just drank cement!
You all just drink some meat! That was a Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference for all you people out there. In case you didn't know that.
Ah!
Okay, sentient dice with arms and legs makes sense. Wobbling, like...
Do you see the domino now?
Yeah, but the domino's not the face. The domino's his feet! It's just a black block otherwise.
Are you ready for this?
What? What is happening? Are they all fighting each other? No, what? Okay, so for those of you who are not actually watching this, just listening, we just saw a bunch of sentient, like, game board pieces Voltron themselves into, like, this I want to say game piece neck. Ridiculous. You just got bitch slapped. Come on, Chunky.
Yikes.
Show them what for.
Wow.
Maybe the big swings aren't doing it. Hit him in the ass. In the ass. What the shit? Did you just burp at him?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yikes.
Oh man, you're about to get dumpstered by a bunch of game pieces.
I'll tell you he did.
Oh.
It's okay, at least I have the zap port to go right back. Oh. And it had dropped me off in the level.
Yay? Question mark? Oh, let's see. I can't even think of... That interrupts all trains of thought, almost. To think of that clip, and it's just... It's like that song you hear on the radio and you love it, or it reminds you of another song you love. And you can't do anything until you hear it. Alright, let's go. Actually, I should probably check this more often. Okay, nothing there. Yeah, because who's watching this on YouTube? Nobody. That's who.
I thought you weren't putting these on YouTube.
Well, I mean, not like directly, but like it's a live stream on multiple platforms. So, yeah. So if for whatever reason you can't watch this on Twitch for some reason, but watch it on other platforms, you can also watch this on Facebook and YouTube. I could also like repost that stuff, but that is way too much work for the 0 people I get from it to watch it. Wait, will that work? It feels like it'd be way too easy. No, it doesn't even look like it phases them. And we're back to 3 viewers. Oh. God, the key freezes them in place way too much. Are you supposed to be able to shoot them with the coconuts too, or the pineapples?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh no, I made myself small.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I can't pull up my gun because that motion made me small.
Ah, okay. Oops. You know, considering all those pieces took like 1 hit each, this thing's really resilient. I'm just saying.
I do not remember how to win this.
You're not supposed to just smack them a bunch of times? There's a trick to it?
Possibly?
Yep. So you're just supposed to smack them. There we go. Oh. Oh yeah, banana.
No. Let me... Fuck the bananas. I want
I would
watermelon
rather not.
pieces.
I would rather not, thanks.
Watermelon pieces. Heal.
Bananas are rarely rare enough or ripe enough for that kind of thing. Last thing you want in your ass is to smash a banana. That's really good advice.
I have bananas. Fuck bananas. Holy fucking shit, banana emergency. Father has failed. I am father now.
Oh, we have fun here.
Rude. You cock.
You enlarged phallus. Oh man.
Alright. Let's get us some Diddy. We'll diddle ourselves here.
Ooh.
DiddyCon.
I'm not gonna have you
Diddle.
talk even remotely
Diddle.
like bad
Diddles.
about
Our next
Diddy.
stream is going to be called Diddles with Diddy. It's good, you know it.
It is good, but the problem is that I'll get thrown. Like, just for putting that as my title. Like, that's a report just waiting to happen.
What was the number?
31-24. I thought it wasn't going to go for a second there.
And then pride and a quarter.
Peanut murder. And then balloon trick shots. Fun times. Fun times. Excuse me. You know what's funny? There's a lot of talk that says that if you're starting as a new streamer or new content producer, that you're better off trying to get shit done on YouTube first. But I've probably gotten more in the way of random viewers on Twitch as opposed to YouTube.
Well, I think Twitch being for gamers, you know, they might randomly see that this game is streaming and they're like, okay, wow, cool, you know, very vintage.
Well, the idea is that there's
or
more
they're
people.
Youngins who've never heard of this game and they're like, what the fuck is this?
What in the PS1 is this bullshit? But no, whatchamacallit, there apparently the idea is that there's more people just looking for videos and will stumble across this by virtue of searching for something else. Because it's just a larger video platform than Twitch is, because Twitch is meant like specifically for streaming.
Yeah.
And then there's Facebook, where random streams are just shoved in your face when you're trying to look at random videos.
Alright. I think I
Man,
got...
you know that wrestling video that you saw earlier? You know the best part of that wrestling video? Watching Donkey Kong 64. Hell yeah.
That's where I came in.
That's a Facebook algorithm, everybody.
Box for Donkey Kong. Who is next? Just checking to make sure I got everything that was
Tonky. Do I have new chat settings? Is that why you keep bugging me about this shit? This is a shield mode. I am definitely not checking that out because that sounds like a moderation thing that I do not want to do while I'm on stream.
Okay, so that's where I came in. That was for Tiny and DK. Alright, so that is where we all headed next. I was just making sure. So like I've circled this thing 3 times just to be sure.
So here's a hot topic that I just came across. We'll talk about both of our teams in this. Slightly different versions because, again, my team's slightly different than yours. But talking playoffs.
My team's making the playoffs and yours is not.
All bullshit aside, and hopefulness and just keeping it on the realistic, what do you think are the chances of you guys making it out of the first round in its current state right now? So when I say you guys, I mean the Toronto Maple Leafs.
On a scale of like 1 to 10?
I'd say yes or no.
Making it out of the first round?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And what is, so let's say what everybody's been saying is true, and you guys end up having to fight the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Its odds are that we're gonna pull Tampa in the first round, because the last few years have been Tampa, Boston, Toronto in some configuration.
Yeah.
And right now, Boston would basically have to lose every game from now until the end of the season to not win the President's Trophy. And that's just not going to happen. Like, they're going to win the division.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to probably win the league. They might get the President's Trophy.
But I think there's just a sense of urgency in Toronto right now that we haven't seen in the last couple of years. I think last year's playoffs was a lot of, oh my god, we're not facing Boston, elation, but then not knowing what to expect.
In the second round, if you make it past.
Well, not knowing what to expect from Tampa. They know what Boston is. They know who the pests are. They know how Boston gets under the skin. I don't think they were particularly ready for Tampa last year. I don't think they understood just how hungry Tampa themselves was. As they were trying to go for the three-peat, which hasn't been done in forever. I think...
So you think that...
I think the pieces are falling into place. I don't know if I 100% trust the goalie situation for Toronto.
Okay.
But I think the forwards are being set up in a better way than they were last year. I think Tampa... Honestly, I think Tampa's tired. And I think they're going to put up a fight. It's going to be physical because Tampa knows they've got bigger guys and they can be that physicality against Toronto.
I think the question mark here is going to be goaltending, if I'm being honest.
Toronto is just going to has to outscore Tampa.
To the
second round.
I honestly think it's going to be low scoring and tight pretty much the entire time, providing you guys play Samsonov for each and every game. And just like Tampa's probably going to be playing Bassey for every single game.
Oh, fuck, I hate this.
Now, follow-up question, provided they make it to the... Do you have to hit the Beavers?
No.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to, shepherd them into the hole.
Mm-hmm.
That is stupid. So they're not going right in, even though they look like they should be.
Yeah, you basically have to scare them right off the edge. But if they've got their back to you, they won't get scared.
Right.
You fall into the hole, it's done, so...
Fair. So follow-up question. With how it's been lately with the team that beats the Leafs usually goes the distance. If you make it past the first round, you think that that's going to be the curtain call and they're going to end up going the distance as well?
It really depends. The East is a very tough playoff race.
Yeah.
There are no easy battles for Toronto. The path to the cup is very fraught for them. But in a fun historical fact, Toronto has never lost the Stanley Cup final they've played ever in the history of the organization.
I'm just thinking
So it's just interesting. I think there's a lot riding on Toronto making it past the first round. A lot of people's jobs are on the line. And I think that's adding to the urgency. This is probably one of the best coaches they've had in
a very long
decades. And that's me who liked Babcock when we first got him, but that was
everybody
obviously
liked him until
not the right
with...
fit for Toronto.
Yeah.
Sheldon Keefe coming up from the Marlies, having known a lot of the players from their time on the Marlies. He's very all in on the Toronto organization and surprisingly knows what he's doing. So...
Well, he's played with a lot of the players that ended up in Toronto at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's all into the market. Brendan Shanahan, all in. Kyle Dubas.
Now,
making interesting moves, but still some smart moves along the way. So.
Well, I guess the point of the question I was asking is, so last year they played Tampa. Tampa won the cup.
No, they didn't.
Tampa won last year, did they not?
Colorado.
Oh, yeah, it was Tampa that did back-to-back. Well, okay, they still made it to the Stanley Cup Finals.
They did. They were going for the three-peat.
Right,
And,
so they made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. The year before that, they played
won.
against Montreal, lost against Montreal that year, right?
That was 2 years ago. That was the shortened...
Okay, so shortened season, they played against Montreal. Montreal
No,
made
that
it
was
to the
the
finals.
special season where there was an all-Canada...
Right, but the point is that they lost to Montreal. Montreal made it to the finals that year. Who did they lose in the first round to? Columbus, right? In that special, like, pre-bracket
Toronto lost
setup.
to Columbus.
Yeah, that was the weird thing. I don't think Columbus made it very far that year. But
No,
the
they
point
got
is
out
is
the
that,
very next...
But 2 out of 3 years, the team that beat Toronto, they made it to the finals. Do you think that that's the hump they need to get over in order to go the distance? That you think that if they beat the first round, that they're basically finals bound?
I don't think Toronto's looking that far. I think they're just focused on getting to the second round. And you know what? We will figure it out once we get here.
One foot in front of the other, right?
That's the hump they're trying to get over. I don't know where I'm going now. Because part of the problem is they just haven't had an answer for the first round. And they need one.
Well, it's because you guys, like, 9 times out of 10 are facing 1 or 2 teams. And it's always highly competitive because of that. It's a very hot rivalry. Oh, I don't even like looking at this Detroit and Washington. Blech. Still can't believe we lost to Seattle. What a bunch of bullshit.
We just lost to Chicago.
Yeah, I can't buy that shit either. I won't buy it for a nickel. I mean, Senators beat the Blues 7-2.
I saw that. I got
That's
points on that.
ridiculous. But let's see. So I was actually trying to pull up the standings here. So it is official. Detroit is 2 points away from competing with for a wild card spot. They are 4 points away from securing it. They currently have 3 to 4 games in hand against the next 2 teams up.
Interesting.
What do you think is the actual likelihood of Detroit securing a spot in the playoffs?
Do you remember what I said at the start of the season?
You were certain, but we are
I haven't changed.
We are halfway through the season.
I
Well,
haven't
more
changed.
than halfway.
I still very much see Detroit in the playoff race.
I think
they're gonna lose spectacularly in the first round.
See, there was oh god, how long ago was this? I think it was like one of their last seasons. They made it to the playoffs, and they were playing against Tampa Bay. It went to 7 games, and Detroit won that series. And nobody thought that it was like Detroit and Tampa. Are you kidding?
They fought back for this banana later.
They fought tooth and nail, and Detroit won. They got murdered in the second round, but that was the story. Detroit beats Tampa, and a huge upset. It was great. I loved it. That series gave me palpitations, but oh boy, was that ever great. But it looks like right now, so the 2 teams in the wild card for the Eastern Conference, why is Detroit in the Eastern Conference? That'll always make me sour. Right now in the Eastern Conference, the 2 teams that are in the wild card spot are Pittsburgh and the New York Islanders. They both have 63 points. And Pittsburgh has played 55 games, and New York Islanders have played 59. That's kind of crazy to me that it's only 2 games. Mm-hmm. They have to win. The current state is that if they keep their current trend up, they are a shoo-in for the playoffs. They might even do better than wild card. I think what will secure me on this is how they act come trade deadline. I don't think Eisman's going to do anything until the trade deadline. Because he's classically played a lot of that kind of stuff really close to the chest. He's been a guy who loves talking to the media, but will never say anything of value. But he won't do it in a prickish way. It'll be like, it's business. What do you want me to say? Basically, I'm not giving secrets away so other teams get an advantage over me. That's not how I do things. That being said, though, I think we're going to see the day come by. Detroit's either going to make a big move or they're not going to make any moves at all. And that'll tell me where they're at, what their intentions are, based on what their moves are. Because I think Eisman has a big trick up his sleeve. I think he's done getting picks. I think he's made most of his young player moves. For the most part. I think he's gotten his prospects, and now he just needs to fill in all the cracks, so to speak. And there's a lot of them. He just wants to have a good foundation in place, so that way those young players can get the experience they need without worrying about losing every fucking game all the time. That's part of it too, you don't have to have fun every game. You don't have to win every game. But you need to get some positive experience, some reinforcements, so that way, you're not your body's not rejecting everything you're trying to learn. Oh. I honestly think if Detroit manages to trade out Ben Sherratt and lock in a guy like Timo Meier, probably in the same trade. I don't know how he'd do it, but I think he's got the ability. Give away a first, maybe a second, and that's it. That's Detroit making a playoff push. Do I think Detroit has it in them to it has it in them to make an offer better than some other teams? Probably not. The prospect of playing in Detroit, though, for some people, is enough.
We're just gonna let that timer run out. Let's hit this guy.
It's kind of a weirdly exciting time to be a Detroit fan right now. And you can always tell whether it's actually a legitimate time to be excited based on how many bandwagon fans are jumping on the wagon right now. You see it in the Facebook comments of every Detroit Red Wings post that's made, and then people get super psyched, and it's all right. Now's the time.
Oh, banana.
Oh, smashed banana. Owl, no. Come on. Let's see. Trying to think of who Detroit would even pick up.
Shit!
Realistically.
I almost saved it. Stupid. Yeah, let's go wait out the timer again.
Let's see.
Get this
Let's
guy.
see. I don't want the trade tracker. I want the watch list. That sounds right. Ooh, as sponsored by Upper Deck. So top 2 according to Upper Deck and whatever website this is called the Fourth Period. That's really cool there, I guess. We got Timo Meyer, like we've been talking. Then there's, and Detroit's one of the teams linked, but so is Toronto, and Toronto can't afford Timo Meyer in its current state right now. Like, his cap hit currently is $6 million. Toronto can afford 4.4 right now, currently.
Yeah, and if we get someone to retain part of that salary,
yeah.
it's a hard sell, but it is still doable.
It's possible. Yeah, it's not very likely. Patrick Kane, number 2. Jacob Chikrin, number 3.
Once again, how is Erik Karlsson not in the top 3 of this list?
Jonathan Toews, number 4, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Ryan O'Reilly, this is apparently not... Oh, it is an updated list because it says in a little subtitle, traded to Toronto in very, very light blue. Vladislav Gavrikov on Columbus. Tyler Bertuzzi, number 7. Apparently a lot of teams are interested in this guy, even though not really. Brock Bozer, that's a guy I forgot about. We have any like hot defensemen or something like that? Vladislav Gavrikov is a defenseman.
Timo Meyer?
Or
is he a forward?
Yeah, I believe he's a forward. Yeah, he plays wing. Jacob Chikrin is a defenseman, so he's top defenseman.
Erik Karlsson, probably one of the most offensive defensemen this year.
Well, yeah, this year. Oh, John Klingberg. There's a name I know on defense.
Dallas Stars.
Number 10. Actually, he's currently with the Anaheim Ducks.
Really?
I mean, that's his card right now, him in a Ducks jersey.
Oh my god! No!
You were right there. Oh, this look. I wish you guys could see this look. This is...
I'm so pissed off! Fuck it out. Where's the stupid thing I gotta kill for... Come here. Die. In spectacular
I
fashion.
hate this guy's name. Apparently another hot name that I didn't even realize was on the trade block. Shane Gottesbeer.
Shane Gots to be here?
Yeah, that's how I've said it for a while, and I know that's not how it is.
No, that's just one of my fun nicknames.
He's 29 years old. He's pretty good, and he's defenseman. And he's 4.5.
Piece of cake. Piece of crumb cake.
Piece of crumb cake. Hey, Gustav Nyquist is on the trade block. Oh, he's getting up there.
Rude. Well, I don't know how I made that, but okay.
Okay. Wow, there's actually a lot of defensemen. And a goalie, Cam Talbot.
Yeah, I heard that.
It's on the trade block.
He was trade bait.
I did not know this.
No! Fuck off! I'm so over this! I don't want to do this anymore! Die! No, not camera, die!
Apparently the button's locking him up. Oh, that was amusing. Oh, he just fucking bear pawed you. Like,
that's fine. I killed him. And he gives me 2 watermelons.
Let's see.
This is stressing me out. It is making me want some cheeseburgers.
A direct correlation, folks. Oh my god, I hate when a web page gives me ads and I have no idea where they're coming from. There we go. Go away. But it didn't stop. Erik Karlsson has also received offers from Edmonton and Florida. Currently. But there has been no news beyond that in the Erik Karlsson thing.
Okay, 20 billion times the charm. This is supposed to be a nice, chill stream. Yeah.
You're playing Donkey Kong. What about it was supposed to be super chill? I mean, at least it's not Donkey Kong Country, but still Donkey Kong related. Oh, damn. Oh, I felt that one.
Die!
Eat shit.
I'm so angry. I cannot express. I need like 5 cheeseburgers.
Exactly 5.
Please order them for me. You think I'm joking? I'm not. If someone could kindly buy me some cheeseburgers.
This is how we start our OnlyFans. I will take payments.
I would make.
I'll take payments in the form of cheeseburgers, please, and thank you. I will show you
money as a feeder. I think they're what they're called, but I don't.
Well, that's like overfeeding.
Yeah, but I know.
Some people just like watching people eat.
I know, and I, because of my history with, an eating disorder, I cannot do that.
I'll happily do that. You want to watch a guy eat? Go for it.
And he can eat, folks.
Oh yeah.
He can put some away.
And if you're paying me to do it, you think I'm kidding? I will make myself sick. I am passionate. You want to watch a guy eat until he is sick?
So
I'll do it.
Check out next week when we start our OnlyFans.
Yeah, I'm just spreading my empire. It's just a very small empire. I have a tiny little castle that everybody's going to get creeped out about in like about 1,000 years.
I'm getting real good at moving through this part.
Well, I mean, it's going to save you time. Okay. Oh, that camera, man.
I hate it. Alright.
Okay, you've got time.
The problem is it moves too fast that you can't just walk on it.
Oh, so you couldn't just stand still and time it?
No.
Oh, that sucks.
I don't think I'm gonna make it.
I also double checked on the stream, like I listened to it on my phone. Mic sounds great.
Well, excellent.
Excellente.
Okay.
Hate cilantro. On that wonderful note, I gotta go to the washroom.
Don't leave me here to entertain the masses.
Okay, well you don't have to entertain them. There's
I
not a
will
whole
not.
lot of masses.
Don't talk about our fans like that, our OnlyFans.
There are only a few.
Okay. will get up there. I promise. I can do it. Alright. Alright, now to do this an easier way. Oh, dang, that was rude.
We've been downstairs for very long. So I actually thought of something while I was on the can.
Of course you did.
That's where some of the best thoughts are made. In the bathroom. Whether you're in the shower or in the shitter. Oh. Nailed it.
Fucking hell. I need everything.
And now you gotta go and find something else that's gonna be 10 times more annoying than that. But yes, so, I've been missing on a lot of opportunities to talk about this. So, there is, and it's something that I feel kind of weirdly about, and I think just talking it out might give me a position on it, but, so, there is a relatively well-known retailer out there that deals in like retro gaming stuff, so like games, systems, accessories, merchandise, stuff like that, and then they also sell
from the movie is made.
and all that kind of stuff. The website or the franchise or whatever they're calling themselves is called DK Oldies. And how I came onto them is with consent. No. How I came upon them was through Facebook Reels, and where it shows them like packing up the orders and stuff like that, which is apparently really popular for customer engagement, I'm finding out. So I thought it was cool. The guy was really charming to listen to, so it was like, you know, I would watch it, didn't really think too much of it, because like a lot of stuff on Facebook and on social media, half of it is for fucking clout, and the stuff that isn't for clout is usually just bullshit. Okay. So anyways, apparently, they're embroiled right now in like a mass of drama because of the fact that they engage in refurbishing game consoles But as it turns out, there's accusations by some pretty large names in the tech YouTube circle, I guess you could call it, that are claiming they do not refurbish the consoles at all, that they are overpricing the consoles that are refurbished. They take in used consoles and don't touch them at all and resell them under the refurbished tag and aren't actually refurbishing them. So in a lot of cases, there's systems that go out and they're like borderline broken, basically. So not content to just let it lie, these people want in on this clout too. They ordered themselves some of these quote-unquote refurbished consoles, and yeah, the claims are like 100% spot on, provided that these guys are like telling the truth, which, let's be fair, could be complete bullshit.
Who knows?
But the bottom line is that, like, let's be completely fair. In the city that we live in, Windsor, there's Game Cycle, Game Cycle 2, there's Game MD. I think we've got a couple of there's Digital Oasis. I think there's like one or two more shops that do like retro stuff. There's one particular company, and I'm not gonna use this as a platform to start bashing people or something like that, where I don't have evidence to speak other than my personal experience. But there's like one or two shops that do the exact same damn thing here. And I'm looking at this, and these guys are making like a huge deal about this, and I'm like, these two shops that I know, and again, through personal experience, as somebody who has repaired, cleaned, and refurbished consoles myself, from about PS3 generation down, I actually did open up a Wii U at one point, so there's that too, but that's neither here nor there. Like, so it didn't terribly, like, I heard that information, these guys are blowing it out of proportion, and apparently the guys from DK Oldies are just, like, handling this just absolutely awfully, and it's blowing my mind, because I've been dealing with people, these guys have been doing this for, my PS2 that I have a PS2 Slim, they sold it to me as a package. It was supposed to come with a PS2 controller, like a official PS2 controller. It's supposed to be refurbished. It was advertised to come with all this fun stuff and the actual, like, so your actual hookups that came with the system, or at least was supposed to come with the system, and all this business. And when I got it, it was like I think it was like $80-something Canadian. It wasn't like an egregious price, but the point of the matter is that it was supposed to be refurbished. It was supposed to come with an official PS2 controller. It was supposed to come with the right cords. It was none of those things. It was a used console that had not been touched. Chances are the components are fine for the most part, but that's mostly because I don't use it a lot. It came with a, like, absolute Chinese knockoff controller. Like, the thing broke within 5 minutes of me using it. The cord was just absolutely fucking asinine. It was supposed to come with a memory card too, it didn't. And the cords on there were also, like, knockoffs, so they didn't work for very long. Thankfully, a lot of that stuff I had, because I just have like had a box of just like cords and shit hanging around, so that didn't really make a big deal. I was just after getting the PS2 Slim anyways, because I had a bunch of PS2 games that I wanted to play, and that's how I got it. So I was more miffed about the fact that, holy shit, Lanky just took a fucking spill.
Just a thing of beauty.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind seeing him take a couple of fucking smacks. But yeah, so this was, oh my god, I can't recall how many years ago it was. that I got that particular console, on my personal experience, that particular console, it was, it had to have been, because it was before I was with my ex-wife, so, like, at least 10, just about 10, 15 years ago, at least. So, it was a long time ago. And I was aware that they did that on rumor then. So to hear another business, one that's much more popular than these local ones, actually I think the one that I'm referring to actually is franchised in like Southern Ontario, but the point of the matter is this DK Oldie's much more popular, much more widely known. You'd think, at least I thought, that for the most of the places that do this kind of thing, this was a more general...
Yeah.
Aw, did he?
That's okay. Put me right where I needed to be.
Okay, fair enough. But I thought this was kind of like, I mean, yeah, it's shady. Yeah, it's kind of scummy. But I thought this was like the general practice for this kind of thing. Like, this was if you aren't super popular, or if you are super popular. That's just how you made money. You took advantage of people's ignorance. Like, I just thought that that's kind of what happened. And you had to do a very big, like, buyer beware kind of deal. So, know what you're getting yourself into and know what to look for. So that way you don't get taken advantage of. I thought that was just, like, what you did. But apparently not. At least not to the point where it's commonly known by the general masses. Oh, that was kind of cool. So I presume the other two have bananas here too.
I know.
Okay. But yeah, so I don't know, man. When I heard about that, I started following it, and oh dear God, like, how these YouTube people, when they attach to like a drama,
Crap.
sometimes.
Crap!
Aw, DK. Took it like a champ, though.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, when they attach to stuff like this, it really, like, it's a headache. Especially if you want to learn more about it or something like that. It really sucks to try and catch up on, because like half of it is clout chasing, a quarter of it is just pumping up the dramatics of it, and then there's like a tiny percentage that's just like, that's the facts.
Them's the breaks.
Yeah, I guess. Felt very Keemstar. I don't know if you know who that is.
No.
Is it basically like a pop culture like guy on YouTube, and that's pretty much his shtick, is like pumping up and reporting on drama, essentially. Oh, there you go.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oof. We get hit so hard you do a backflip and you land on your feet.
This is a very fortuitous fall. Ow!
No.
Cat is chewing on our cords.
We have a mass of them. Oh, just playing with the strap for it.
Still don't do it.
Yeah, I wish I could take that one off, but it's I'd have to cut it, which sucks. It's how you express your displeasure, isn't it, Cat?
By sneezing.
Sneezing, yeah. There's something happened that I don't like, so. And the thing is about that whole situation is the channel that reported on it is a channel that I was at least at one point fond of, because they're people who do like reviews of devices, software, things along those lines.
Oh,
And sorry if I paused that. trying to make sure the cat didn't get in and stuff.
Remember how I said I was excited for this level? I lied.
Yeah, remember when you called it the toy box? This was not what I pictured.
No, we're at the factory part of it.
Yeah, it's still... The toy box wasn't even remotely a toy box. I mean, yes, there were toys in it. We fought one that was a Voltron toy, basically.
It was fun.
That was interesting.
Alright.
Oh boy.
I don't think I
You're
can
gonna
hit it
back
from
up
here.
a little bit and then try. Oh, yeah, no. You'd have to go on the platform behind you and try from there. If it'll let you.
I'll just come
Oof.
down and beat him from here.
Oof. Oof.
And just...
Well, that's how you get that done, I guess.
Alright, let's do a quick inventory of things. I got the most to do for her. One more banana for him to find and 25 bananas. DK is done. Diddy is done. Lanky is done. So,
Thank God. Fucking Lanky. What are you doing, Owl? Yeah, go check on your sister, Noelle. Please? Can you see what she's getting into?
something on the ground.
You pause it for a sec so I can think. This is her art table. So the pen that's attached to it was hanging off the side.
No, I'm good. What? Grab a glass. I'll split mine with you.
I don't want that. I'm legit, like, just idle hands.
Okay. Because I will split with you.
I appreciate that, thank you. Excuse my just a sec. Oh. Oof, oof.
Now for the fun part. You know how I get to that?
Not like that? Wait, what? What? The noise she made, that was kind of funny. Not the falling down part. That was not cool.
Where am I?
I remember this. He's just so gentle and frail about it. It's like, I'm spinning to my gentle doom.
Or did you die?
Yes, kind of.
No, I did not. Okay. Let's try this again.
Owl, stop. Psst.
Welcome to the late night portion of the stream where we basically just yell at our cats.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's either here or in bed. We're yelling at them, basically.
You are not invited to our stream later in bed.
Wait,
Check
we're
out
streaming in bed?
Check out our OnlyFans, which we'll be starting later tonight.
Where we just watch TikToks for 2 hours.
It's true.
Welcome to bonus stage.
I really should just
this
turn
is
the light
fun.
down on this. What the hell is Diddy Kong doing? It looks like Diddy Kong's just thrusting.
Look for Diddy Kong on our OnlyFans.
We'll do teasers for that one on Pornhub.
Well done.
Well done! Shit. I didn't mean to do that.
Okay, now I gotta figure out how to get to the spot that I saw earlier. I cannot recall. Oh wait, you have bananas. Down one more. So...
say you want to take this to 11?
Yeah.
Alright. So that means we got about half an hour left. Try not to be too riveted. What's that?
Couldn't figure out for the life of me how to get to this spot. Got their blueprint, so let's go ahead and get those bananas.
Now, what kind of bananas you get? Do you get gold bananas from them,
yeah.
or?
That's everyone's. They have 4 bananas for like bonus games or random events,
right.
And then they get 1 golden banana for finding the blueprints.
Right. Oh, banana. Oh, banana.
Oh boy!
You stupid, stupid monkey. Oh, banana. Oh, banana. So after this, is that like basically all the blueprints you gotta collect for them?
There's 1 in every level plus 1 in the general world that like, you use to travel to other levels. Once you complete the whole picture, that's like the secret for getting to the final level kind of thing.
Okay, now you still have 1 regular level to get to, right?
A couple.
Okay. So you're still a bit out yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, banana.
For shits and gigs, we'll actually take a look at our blueprint picture.
Well, it should only be missing, like, wait, 1 or 2 each?
So
yeah,
the
holy
3
shit.
on... So there's 3 for each color on the left.
Uh-huh.
That's from the 3 levels I've done so far. And then the one on the far right, that is for the open world as you travel to different
Oh, okay, so
levels.
you haven't done many of those yet.
Because I haven't come across them as many, so... That's where we're at.
Gotcha. And I would imagine you would wrap those up after you've done all the rest of them.
I try to grab them as I come across them. There's no point in not doing that, so...
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're just in the area, I guess.
Go back that way. Zip out. Rude!
Listen here, you robot bastard.
Okay. We are getting there. Nope. Nope, you chunkiest bastard.
So seeing as I just turned on one of these games just now, if you had to pick a Pokemon generation that was your favorite, what would you say? Like, hands down.
Are we playing game of Ask a Stupid Question?
Well, I mean, it would be a stupid question for me, but that's because I also know. I don't know that for you.
What's my favorite Pokemon?
It's also been featured in nearly every Pokemon
Answer the question.
game.
What's my
Bulbasaur.
favorite? Yes. Is Bulbasaur a starter?
In the first one, yeah.
So what's my favorite Pokemon starter gen?
Okay. Well, I didn't say Pokemon starter gen. I said your favorite generation. So your favorite chunk of the games.
First off, best off.
See. I mean, while I am kind of a purist in terms of game functionality as far as the first series was concerned, and that being, you know, Red and Blue, Fire Red and Blue, or Fire Red and what was the other one called when they remade it?
Can't remember. I played Yellow first, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yellow was great, because you got Pikachu and all 3 starters.
So, I got it. Which one did I get? Even though I know I picked, like, my first time around, I obviously picked Charmander, but, I'm trying to think.
Where is it?
I can't recall if I played Red or Blue first, but I did play one of them. I know that much. I did not. I don't even think I played on Yellow all that much, if at all. My experience with Yellow is very limited. Mostly because I saw it as the exact same game, except for you got to start with Pikachu. That was pretty much it, right? That was the gimmick?
Yes, you got Pikachu, your rival got Eevee, and you were able to get all 3 Gen 1 starters, so Bulbasaur, Charmander,
Squirtle.
In your party.
Yeah.
I would love to see Yellow remastered.
That would be kind of cool. What was I gonna say? I mean, I guess they kind of tried to do something similar to that when they did the Let's Go Pokemon, or Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee games, but it wasn't like a direct remake. My favorite was Emerald. It will always be. Though I will say that the Pearl and Diamond series gen of games was wait, Emerald is part of that, isn't it? It's not the same generation. No, it's not, because Pearl and Diamond were on
I know where
DS,
this is.
I
know
think.
what I rage quit out of this part, and now I gotta go back and do it.
Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, no, that's the most recent one. That's not the one I'm thinking of. The one that was first on Nintendo DS. Oh, that's Silver and Hearts, Silver and Soul Gold or Die, something like that.
Something like that.
Fuck. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Yes, that is it. So Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I think that was up there for me too, but so it wasn't the same generation as Emerald, because Emerald was on the Game Boy Advance, and I just happened upon Emerald. I don't even think I played the other games in that generation. Emerald was supposed to be like basically just the best of both worlds kind of from that generation, and I absolutely loved it because I think that was the game where you got to play against Red from the first gen of Pokemon games. It was one of the first games you got to go back to the Kanto region, and I loved that. That was my absolute favorite because I got to dummy my own character, and I thought that was an interesting concept. Though props to the first game that gave me access to Blaziken. That is like one of my favorite Pokemon ever. It's absolutely bonkers towards the end of the game. I'm pretty sure that was like Black and White or X and Y or something like that. Oh, banana. I'll look this shit up too, because, let's see. Bulbapedia. Gonna fill it in for me? Yes. When did you first feature? Generation 3? What, really? No. That can't be right.
Alright.
They cannot be right.
So let's go in here. And let us do a quick inventory.
It is.
Done. 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 Done.
Gen 3. Does that mean? Is that why I like Emerald so much?
Possible. And here comes the book. And then I will go to Tiny because she will be the one to complete this boss.
Either way, Blaziken, one of my favorite fire types, like, basically ever. Starts out as Torchic, I want to say. And yeah, I didn't really like what it started out as.
Fighting fire chicken?
Yeah. But it doesn't start as the fighting type. I think it's just fire flying or something like that, I think.
The starter is just fire.
Yeah, okay. I didn't really care for it when it first started, but I kept it in my party because I have this thing about the first time through.
Are you ready for this bonkers boss?
Not really.
Me neither. I really, really don't like this one, but one gives me palpitations.
Alright, one and done then.
Oh, please let it be one and done. Oh. Where is it? This one. Eject, more like eject.
Uh-oh. What? Oh god, that's creepy. I mean, for an N64 boss. So the premise of this battle is what exactly?
This in a sec, but right now we are just in dodge mode.
Okay.
Okay, so. Nice!
Holy shit balls. Okay.
So, here is the panel that we need to be on. And we slap it. Exactly.
Okay. That's not terrible. It's just the dodging that proves to be... Oh.
Well, you also have to find that light up panel very quickly.
Yeah. Just helps that you kind of know what to look for. Oh man. The
If
thing
that
is
hits you, you
quick.
get smoked.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this the invisible part? Oh. Now he's a lot faster.
Ooh.
Oh, I zapped myself.
Oof. So it doesn't just automatically...
Well, no, you need to find the panel that's the same color as the one it's standing on.
Okay, so there's multiple panels.
There's one, there'll be one white and one blue.
Okay, I see.
So, like, he's on a blue panel.
Is that not a blue panel?
This one is.
Oh. Oh.
Normally they're right beside each other. Yikes. Yikes. These goddamn camera angles. That is one of the worst parts about this game.
Oh no.
Death. I'll take it.
This style of game too is like basically any rare platformer that came out on the N64 kind of had this problem. So I'm thinking the games that I played and went through, so Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, there was another one that I played that was a lot about, and I can't remember the name of it. Ooh.
Damn it.
Ooh.
I went the wrong direction, shit. This isn't even the final round of this.
This isn't even my final form.
Oh, it's actually not. Got it.
Gotcha, bitch.
Now you're invisible? No? You're super fast.
Jesus.
Now invisible?
At least he's got that little trail that follows him.
And the panel lights up. So this is where having practice going back and forth on the same panels.
It really comes in handy, yeah.
Because then that trail is always within your line of sight.
I'd imagine it helps making the panel a little bit easier to see too, because it's not blocking your way. Oh,
Smoked. Smoke if you got him. Oh, God. Oh, death.
just say we'll try and attempt to finish this, or actually try and finish it, and then we'll cut things off at that point. Seems like a good, clean point to finish this particular episode of things.
Oh, nice.
We need to find a
Game
blue
gave me
panel.
a gift. It's literally right beside where I was. Bye-bye.
Of course, I had to say something. I think it would take a little bit longer. So while we're cleaning things up here, I'll take now to do my wrap up, I guess. So, like I mentioned before, this will be made available on anchor.fm/The Dreaming Flame and on Spotify. You just need to search my name up, which would be The Dreaming Flame. As always, you can see me on WordPress, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and a mess of other things as well. If you'd like to support us, I have a Throne Gifts list, as well as a Ko-fi thing that you can donate me to, or donate to me if you so choose. The reason I do that is because while Twitch is very convenient and very easy to use for subs and bits in the whole nine, if you donate to me through Ko-fi, that's the easiest way to make sure that donations go strictly to me and nobody gets a cut of that. So that's the best way to help out with that. We've already put money into our streaming, into our podcasting. We've gotten an extra mic. We've gotten actual equipment for this. We are able to do our N64 game through the actual console and not through emulation because of equipment that we've gotten specifically for streaming purposes. So any support that you'd like to give to us in the form of donations, we would greatly appreciate, so that way we can keep adding to this and bring you more and more awesome content. I think that just about wraps it up, huh? Did I forget to say
tomorrow.
that?
I want to play again, so...
Yeah, we'll see how we're going to do. I think we're going to do just like strict gameplay as opposed to podcasting or anything like that.
But we'll play tomorrow because it's a holiday in Ontario, Family Day.
Maybe we'll do like a flip around or something like that, and I'll play a game and we can talk over that. We shall see.
I like the next level that's coming up, and you get to stream during the day, so...
Well, I can't really do that tomorrow.
No, but you're going to get to do it Tuesday through Friday.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose. You say you like levels in this game, and then you actually have to play them.
I'm honest.
What's that?
I'm honest. I'm an honest person. Nah, whatever.
Who needs vines?
When you can just killing time until you cut the stream. So.
Oh yeah, no,
Look at
I'm
this fly.
good until I'm just gonna hit like 11 o'clock. I think I've gotten everything though. So yeah, thanks to those of you who have decided to tune in. Thanks to those of you who will listen in the future. And again, the more you support, share, tell your friends about us, all that fun stuff.
Tell your moms love me.
Yes, moms don't love me, so it's a weird quandary.
Dads like me, alright. Not popular with the dads.
Neither am I, or at least mine. But anyways, on that marvelous note,
Welcome to the OC,
thank you.
Oh, sorry, we weren't doing that anymore?
Oh no, I don't even care. It's great.
We're gonna go watch Seth Cohen get punched
Oh,
in the face
it's
like
gonna
20
like
times.
at least twice. Anywho, so yes, on that lovely note, thank you for tuning in wherever and however you did it, and have a marvelous night and a marvelous week, and we will see you again possibly tomorrow for this. I think we're just going to do a normal stream and not like have stuff to talk about, what have you. Just be watching this nonsense. But for TDF talks, that'll be next week again. And until then, talk to you later, and have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.